A speeding bus helped put her on Hollywood's A-list. But a careening airplane on a snow-covered runway put Sandra Bullock on our list, with celebrity near-death experience number 18. It was December 20th, 2000.
Sandra Bullock was traveling from her home in Austin, Texas to her other home in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Jackson Hole is a great place for skiing and for vacationing, and celebrities love it there because they have a lot of privacy.
Aside from the pilot and co-pilot, the only other passenger was Sandra's then-boyfriend, Austin-based musician Bob Schneider.
She left at 10 in the night. She was due to arrive in Jackson Hole just after 1 a.m.
Snow flurries were predicted.
The airport in Jackson Hole closes at 10 p.m. at night and turns off all their lights so they don't disturb the tourists who come for their vacations.
It was December. It was winter. It was snowing. It was not the most ideal conditions to be flying.
It was quite a treacherous journey, but things got really terrible for her once they approached Jackson Hole and realized that there were no lights on the runway.
As the plane began its approach, the weather intensified. The pilots had a simple plan.
Normally, the pilots would punch in a code that would let the airport know that they were coming and the lights would go on and everything would be fine.
But the radio frequency the pilots were using to turn on the lights was outdated. The runway stayed dark. The passengers buckled up as the pilots made the decision to land the plane anyway.
Emergency landings in themselves are already frightening experiences. This one was made even worse because of the fact that there was 3 feet of snow. There were no lights.
The emergency landing nearly ended in disaster when the pilots missed the runway.
A landing gear comes off, one of the wings comes flying off.
But the plane was torn apart, and everybody was fearing for their life.
The aircraft finally came to rest 195 feet from the landing strip. Miraculously, Sandra walked away with only minor whiplash and a near-death experience that she'll never forget.
When you get into a plane wreck, there's absolutely no point in tightening your seatbelt or putting your head between your legs. You pretty much have to let go and hope that the powers that be will take you to a place and leave you with a really amazing story.